What's up, everybody? Showtime is Blazer King with King's Critiques, and we're here for Guild Receptionist. In the last episode, the man in black decided to drop everybody down a hole, and now they are underneath the training hall. And first things first, however, I do want to say that I surprisingly got a lot of views on the last video, so like, I don't know if people are just checking out for the sake of checking out to help me out, which is always much appreciated, or if y'all are checking out to like actually see my opinions on the show. Either way, much appreciated. Hopefully today can get as much love. But that being said, hopefully in this episode we get to find out who is the man in black, what their goal is, and are we going to have to run into another dark god leading into the season finale? Those questions and many more probably to be answered. But that said, hit the like button, subscribe, and if you're not going to have for conversations, well, of course, let the whole video through and let me get the watch time, because that would be highly appreciated. That being said, let's get to it. Based! I'm sorry, just immediately based. Let me just share a thought here. Lulu, calm your tiny ass titties. It is not anything of the sort. Probably. I don't think she even knows what that means, honestly. Damn, like he couldn't even help her on that one. Just like, yeah, I don't know what to tell you, dear. Not a damn. Well, yeah, that's kind of obvious. Okay, but like, using that thought process, that really does not paint the Guildmaster well, does it? Because he can literally do that. Then again, Alina would have been able to sense something, wouldn't she? Because she can literally pass through that ability. Then again, he did steal that chipped Dark God shell, so maybe that like made him able to bypass Alina bypassing his power. Okay, but like, let's be real. Is he actually like the main bad guy of the season, or is he just like painting himself as such because there's someone worse that he is completely aware of? Is it bad that I'd be the one to just be like, that's rough? It ain't my fucking responsibility. Yeah, here it comes. You see this Dark God core? You see this body. Boom! Dark God. Okay, but deserved, to be fair. Yeah, okay, that makes sense how he's gonna turn back time and find a way. Sorry. There's just so many chances I get to actually make that kind of reference. It's insane. The dead can't be brought back? Feh. You just haven't tried hard enough. Okay, she went from being an orphan to being a smartass. Like, actually, this brings up another one of those life lessons that I like to speak about once in a while. Again, disclaimer, I don't know personally about any of this shit yet. However, what I do know is it happens more often than it should, and it probably shouldn't. Like, there are the people that should be offered the help in these situations, and the people that shouldn't. And the way it's kind of balanced is not good. Like, I'm not going to say specifics, I'm not going to get into too much detail. What I am going to say is, you see that shit? You help out your own kind. Okay, I'm just going to say immediately, what is with the Yu-Gi-Oh references in this show? Because, like, the first Dark God they ran to just reminded me of Kagatora, and now he's kind of looking like, ironically, reminds me of Necroshade. Well, he got back the charred remains of his child. Well, second try, fail. Okay, now, like, just saying the obvious, fighting somebody who has the power to stop time, probably gonna be a pretty bad challenge for the normies over there. Okay, well, at least it's not that much of an anticlimactic ending, considering that Alina's literally the only one who can fight against that. Like, yeah, Alina's the only one who can fight against that kind of bullshit. Because, like, she already went past his initial time stop shit to get close to him, and although he kind of went and just went right behind her anyway, she's the only one that can really do anything. Now, might Jade be able to do his best to stop him? Sure. I think at the most Jade might be able to break through any sort of time stoppage or speed ups that the dude's doing just to cause a distraction. But yeah, it's mostly going to be a one-on-one with Alina, and that's going to be quite troublesome for her. However, she'll probably do more. She'll probably go beyond a simple Super Saiyan receptionist. But we'll see about that next week, I suppose. Gonna be kind of crazy to see. Hopefully, it won't end off with too much of a cliche kind of ending. Big fight, big battle, 15, 20 minutes in, woohoo victory, and like she finally gives in and just kisses Jade once. It's like fucking. Yeah. No, hopefully, yes, the big battle and really cool epic fight scene, and then probably some emotional, like, spiritual reunion between Glenn and Lynn. But hopefully, it's actually more of a comedic ending, and it's just Alina, Jade, and the other girl who's just all working on the last minute paperwork they got shoved in their face. Honestly, I kind of more so see it ending that way than the other cliche hikey. But you can let me know your thoughts on all that shit in the comment section down below. And hey, we have an episode where I didn't get emotional at shit. Guess that really shows that, like, it's probably more so emotional when it's based on things I can actually relate with, or stuff pertaining to Yuri. Yeah, let me know your thoughts on everything pertaining to how the show's been thus far, where you think the final episode for the season's gonna go, and all that kind of stuff, as well as, of course, any other shows, movies, etc. I should check out this season, next season, or in general. Now, before I continue with the rest of the outro, I'm going to say I did try to do a side outro just for throwing this up on TikTok, but that's just, like, a whole other process I just don't feel like. So on the TikTok side, I know it's the same as the YouTube side, so you're a little confused. I apologize, but it's just way more effort than it's worth. To the rest of the outro, however, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the gaming channel in the description down below. I still need to get that MOC video out. Maybe I'll try to get that out like over the weekend or something. Ring both bells, like Facebook, follow Twitter, Blue Sky, keep updated with things. The TikTok, the Patreon, we get the full-on ad visuals and audio, the stuff I upload here. Time bit behind on the upload there, but until people actually start subbing over there, does not matter in my opinion, but I could be wrong. And, of course, go follow Twitch, subscribe there for benefits. You can do so with Twitch Prime for free. That helps me out immensely for the short term, but for the long term, come to these platforms where I've been here for the long term. And it does help me accomplish the goal I've held on to for, about half my life. That being said, don't forget, check out the playlist here. Watch the stuff, have conversations, or just let it run through, whatever. Or the video that YouTube recommends to you here, if it's not the cut-up version that you're watching currently, and it's the bigger version of the video that's right here. That all said, it's been the Blazer King, so, for now.